AM Garland Parade coverage.
And we're back for our live coverage of the annual Garland Centerville Road St. Patrick's Day Parade.
And I'm pretty sure those two are completely naked.
But they're painted green, and that counts as a costume in this parade. So, that dude has a red part.
I must say, Letty Lee, that I am a little confused by them.
Why is that, Miguel?
I can't see any of their genitalia, clearly.
Well, number one, ew, for looking. Number two, genitalia, they're least visible during sex.
Oh, they're having sex?
Of course they are.
I've never seen sex last that long.
Which is why you're still single. Okay.
Oh.
I describe the sex to our podcast listeners, but our demographic doesn't skew that skeevy. Wow. Oh, that horse stepped on that guy's bouncing up and down butt, and they kept going.
Hey, hooves feel great on your butt.
I'll take your word for it. Let's take you live to our street team, Fifi and Hawk, for intra-parade coverage. Fifi, can you hear me?
And 1, 2, 3, shot. I can hear you fine, Letty Lee.
Hawk, do you read me?
And Chuck, loud and clear, Letty Lee. Fifi and I have commandeered the Albertsons float.
And we're taking no prisoners.
You know, that seems like a bad idea.
This parade is taking too long. Floor it.
You got it, babe.
No.
Now, give me all you got.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
And let's win this race.
Gladly.
Oh, guys, okay, this is a parade, not a race.
And our station manager has cautioned us against public sex while we're on the clock.
Oh, yeah. Baby, right there. We're interns.
Yeah. We're not on the clock. Oh, look, the mayor's family. Oh, man, I'm getting close.
No.
Quiet. I'm concentrating.
Yeah, quiet. He's concentrating.
And not only have they knocked the mayor down, he just might be decapitated.
Maybe next year Garland can have a parade without decapitating the mayor.
Guys, will you at least stop doing it long enough to pick up his head?
Nope.
Screw you.
And that's how we start. Fiesta, episode 78. St. Patrick's
Lost
Fiesta.
count. Yeah.
It's all...
Give it up for our amazing cast. Kristin Keith,
Yeah.
Robb Hudspeth,
Oh, yes, he's amazing.
special guest star Yvonna Lynn.
Yes, welcome.
And I am your host, as always, Richard Houghton.
He's awesome.
Yay.
Doop.
Yes.
You ready? All right, far out this Fiesta. It's
a
a wonderful
wonderful
St. Patrick's Day.
No, St. Patrick was an effing poser saint.
George pounds Irish whiskey in a car wash. He considers scalding himself to death with hot wax or drowning himself in foam wash. Aye, tap on his window.
Hey, buddy, I don't have any change.
There's a dollar changer over there. You could get change.
That's not the point.
What is the point?
Well, there is no point to me living. My life is pointless.
I like your green plastic hat.
Oh, well, thank you. It's held on by this elastic string. If I lift the hat and release it, it goes, and it stings a little, but the sting tickles.
Would you like to see what the world would be like if you were never born?
Well, heck yeah, mystical hobo.
Oh, look at us. We're going back in time.
What, no money for special effects?
Bingo.
You blew your special effects budget on bingo?
Affirmative. Time travel is hard. Shut up. I'd like to see you do better.
My effing guardian angel told me to shut up? If I wasn't suicidal already.
Look, it's that Chipotle by your apartment. It's the day after St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, and it's Mary. I can tell because she's stuffing half of that giant ass burrito in her mouth in one bite.
Well,
What?
I was waiting for a BJ joke. Continue.
I remember on St. Patrick's Day Eve, I held her hair as she puked up green beer.
Hello, Mary.
Oh, I can't talk. I'm starving. I had a little too much green beer yesterday. Probably did some things I'm not proud of. I can't remember.
You seem to be enjoying that burrito.
About what TMJ gave me the ability to unhinge my jaw like one of those snakes that was driven out of Ireland.
Yes, I paid a few hookers who could do that too.
What? Really? What, close by?
What's that in your hair, Mary?
What? Oh, It's green puke. Oh, nobody was around to hold my hair when I puked green beer last night.
All right, let's go, George.
What? That's it? The only difference I've made in the world was keeping puke out of Mary's hair for day after Chipotle?
Yep. Let's go back to the car wash. I'll find someone else to save. And we're back.
Wow, you didn't even try to do the special effects this time, did
Nope.
you? Who's that?
Why, it's Zuzu.
What a weird name for a little girl.
Wait till you hear what she has to say.
Every time a young girl wears something green and too tight and pounds jello shots at 9 a.m. in the morning, an angel gets a waxing.
Bitch,
all
we have is corned beef and cabbage.
Oh, I'm Sean O'Malley, and this is me beautiful wife, the Lady O'Donnell O'Malley.
We think you need to eat at our restaurant. Bitch, all we have is corned beef and cabbage. Where it's St. Patrick's Day 365 days a year.
Well, except on Sundays, when we take the day off because we say we're going to church.
So, if you really like corned beef and cabbage, we're your restaurant.
What if I also like potatoes?
Oh, bitch! All we have is corned beef and cabbage.
Would I be able to get a green beer with that?
No, I'll take this one, honey.
Oh, go for it, dear.
Bitch! All we have is corned beef and cabbage.
Is it BYOB?
It's BYO, bitch! All we have is corned beef and cabbage.
So no beverages of any kind.
Bitch! All we have is corned beef and cabbage. But sometimes the cabbage can get kind of watery.
Don't say that in the commercial.
They can cut that part.
No, I'm not paying extra for editing. Wait, let's say the name of the restaurant again.
Bitch!
Wait, let's say it together. Beach, shall we?
Do a countdown.
All right. A 3, a 2, a 1.
Bitch!
All we have is corned beef and cabbage. Oh, Lord, I need a drink.
Well, I hope they can cut that part too.
Patty
party.
Well, it's March 16th, and I don't have a care in the world.
Chasby!
Oh, it's Lacey. I better hide.
No place to hide that big cube head of yours, Chasby.
Oh, Lacey, I didn't see you.
Liars are idiots, Chasby. I need you to throw me a St. Patty party.
Wait, don't you mean a party?
If I'd meant party, I would have said party.
I don't get it.
Here's what you sound like. I don't get it. A party is a party for dogs. Get it?
That sounds complicated, expensive, and like a total waste of time. And Stubby is out of town at a vomiting up socks convention.
Oh, I hate that I missed that. Throw me a St. Patty party if you know what's good for you. Oh, hi, Cicely. You're not invited to my St. Patty party. If Linkus were here, I would uninvite him too.
Hello, twin brother. I hate her.
It's wrong to hate Cicely.
She's peeing on your bike.
Yeah, I hate her too. Okay, now about this St. Patty party.
I'll help you with that, but I have a problem.
Rickets?
No,
Scurvy?
no, cholera. But I also think I might be in love with Linkus.
In love, you're 4.
Maybe it's just like a pre-pubescent. Shh, quiet, he's coming.
Hi, Chasby. Hello, Chasby's twin sister, Cicely.
You can just call me Cecily. Or Lover.
Hey, Cecily!
Lucy peed on your bike.
I know. But I'm still throwing her a party for dogs on St. Patrick's Day.
I'll help.
Great! Let's go take a bath and discuss it. The bathtub is only big for 2 of us, so sorry, Chasby.
Number 1, it's not. Lacey, Linkus, and I bathe together regularly. And number 2 is what sometimes floats in the tub because we're children. Where was I going with that?
BRB, Mom's texting me.
I don't know what to do, Linkus. I don't know anything about St. Patrick's Day, but I'm sure you have a bunch of words to say about it.
St. Patrick's Day, or the Feast of St. Patrick, is a cultural and religious celebration held on March 17th, the traditional death date of St. Patrick, the foremost patron saint of Ireland.
So for the St. Paddy's party, we need to kill saints?
You're missing the point, Jasmine.
This is horrible.
Fine, Cicely, we'll kill some saints.
Not that, Lincoln. My parents are sending me to a non-convention.
I think you mean a convent.
It's a bad idea to correct an angry 4-year-old, Lincoln.
Oh, Lacey is coming. Hide me.
Chasby, where did you go? I want to make sure you have life-size peeps for my party. Chasby? Chasby!
Parade playing.
It's just such an honor to have you as our Grand Marshal, former President Squid. No. The pleasure's all ours. Former President Squid, aren't you flirting with me? Oh, sorry to misinterpret that. I'm not used to being around such big, powerful. Oh, the parade is starting in 5 minutes. Do you have any questions? Your float will move 2 to 6 miles per hour. Yeah, your driver's a former Marine. Yeah, simplify indeed. Oh, they're ready for us.
Hold it right there, ma'am.
But I have to get him. He's my only hope.
Don't make me shoot you. Especially since I'm wearing a fake green beard and a plastic hat.
I'm just so confused. former President Squid. I thought I knew what this country was all about. I thought we all wanted the same things. I thought we all had respect for each other.
I will leap on her green puke to save your life, former President Squid. I've never thought about it like that.
I am so sorry. Oh, look at that. It's so holding her hair, and that's the sweetest thing while she pukes her green beer.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Guys, Sophie!
Mephisto Mall, St. Patrick's Day sale.
Nobody has St. Patrick's Day sales.
Oh, shut up. You owe me.
Oh, how do I owe you?
Oh, you made me stop at the trailer with the shrunken heads.
Why are we even here?
The sales.
Speaking of sales, what kind of moccasin could I interest you in?
Just moccasins?
We have over 4 kinds.
Yeah, which ones are the most St. Patrick's-iest?
You're barking up the wrong tree, pal.
What?
We have everything you need for St. Patrick's Day.
Green plastic hats?
No.
Green top hats?
No.
Green bow ties?
No.
Green vests?
No. We have that Jell-O. It's kind of green.
Are you buying Jell-O?
Are you buying moccasins?
Jell-O shot?
Yeah. Wait, you had these the whole time?
Yeah, I always have them. Why do you think I carry a purse?
So why did you really want to come here?
Well, my weed guy works at Old Navy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sensing a green graphic print hoodie in my future.
Cannabis, too.
Nose Tricker.
I need to have a serious discussion with you, Clemmy.
That's going to be kind of hard.
Emotionally hard?
No.
Physically hard?
Yes, I think that's it. Physically hard to be around you with that green puke in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
And a green puke pocket square.
Womp, womp.
Don't be embarrassed about this anymore.
Oh, I'm hard to embarrass when I'm real drunk.
What if I told you I could offer you a voice-activated solution that emits the fragrance of your choice? That's right, a voice-activated solution that emits the fragrance of your choice.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. I bet it's coming from the 4-pound sack hanging from my nose.
It's not just any 4-pound sack hanging from your nose. It's a 4-pound sack that smells like the suntan lotion that pretty girl at the apartment pool complimented you about.
How can a 4-pound sack be voice activated?
Try it.
Hello, nose tricker?
I shall only call you Patrick, as in saint.
Yeah, let's talk in more smelly nose tricker.
Look, you smug little prick,
Hey,
Patrick.
is this 4-pound sack supposed to be so mean to me? Guys, this sack is really starting to hurt.
Don't be a pussy, Patrick.
Leprechaunectomy.
Hello, Kelly. Have you met my male nurse, Tony?
It's not necessary to point out my gender to every patient.
But it was helpful to me, so thank you, Dr. Brown.
You couldn't tell I was a dude.
I'm the patient, not a doctor.
Not just doctors can sort by gender. So what exactly is the problem?
I would prefer if the doctor asked me the questions.
So what exactly is the problem?
There's a leprechaun living in my belly.
Oh, look at me. I'm stomping around on her pancreas.
Ow! Ow!
How did it get there?
Male nurse, I don't think that's really the issue.
Man, nurse, I kind of want to poke an eye hole in your gut to see the freak.
So you want the leprechaun out?
A leprechaunectomy?
But I'm happy in here, although my beard is caked with your blood. Do you know what gets bile stains out?
I do want him out.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, online it said you were specialized in fairy removal.
And my dad wanted me to be a podiatrist. That's why I killed him.
What?
How soon would you like to do the procedure?
How does right now sound?
Well, it rhymes with bite cow.
I'm not sure I want her doing the surgery.
Hey, I haven't lost a leprechaun yet.
What about the patient?
Not a single leprechaun. Not one single leprechaun. Male nurse Tony, prepper.
Again? Calling attention to my gender? Why do I shave again?
Taste
Lady and Smell Boy. How
lucky for me.
Smell Boy holds Taste Lady's hair while she pukes green beer in an alley.
Oh, and here come my feet.
Stop thrashing around so much. You're making it hard to hold your hair.
These are involuntary reactions.
This is really very hard on me. My sense of smell is very acute.
Look, Four-Leaf, it's Taste Lady and Smell Boy.
So it is, Master Shiley.
Taste Lady and Smell Boy, we meet again.
Oh, not a good time.
Yeah, for either of us, she got some on me. Oh my God, I'll be smelling that in my costume forever.
You thwarted my scheme to replace the National Mints money with mints. I spent 2 years in prison because of you.
You thwarted my scheme to make an old leprechaun Mount Rushmore. I spent 4 years in prison.
Oh, any chance we can have this standoff in a day or two?
We don't usually work together, but we're having a couple of beers together for St. Patrick's Day at a villain bar.
Okay, great story. Terrific to see you. See you soon. Look, it just popped out of her pocket. How lucky for me.
Oh, it's the keys to the Sense-mobile. I'll just use my telescoping shillelagh to slide those keys to us.
Should I keep holding your hair? Or keep them from getting your keys? Too late.
Oh, look, the Sense-mobile is full of gas.
Lucky for me.
You said that already.
Catchphrase.
So long, Taste Lady and Smell Boy.
Hey, supervillains aren't allowed to drive the Sense-mobile. It's in the lease.
Okay, there's nothing left in my stomach.
We are terrible superheroes.
The worst.
Practical Kung Fu! I scream, you scream, St. Patrick. Oh, I don't know.
Tell me again how we got at such great jobs, bud.
Well, I was doing my morning 7P down Harper Boulevard.
Of course, I do 4 of my morning peas on your shoes and 3 on your socks.
Yes, and I noticed that there were a whole bunch of wild snakes behind all the Harper Boulevard bars.
Because of all the rats.
And drunken oboe players.
Yeah.
And Big Mike from McBlarnigan's came out to the alley and he said, "Zip up your fly." So I said, pay me, and I'll get rid of your snakes.
A job with snakes? Ah, Kung Fu, bud!
Kung Fu, Lewis!
Don't move a muscle.
I can get it down to 4.
Freeze!
Hey, you have to tag me first.
This isn't a game.
Not frozen. You have to tag me.
Tag!
We're from snake terrorism reform in Kansas and everywhere.
STRIKE.
What?
Strike?
Wow, yes? I never noticed that.
And we're here to take your snakes back to Kansas and everywhere.
We don't have to kill the snakes?
We just have to get rid of them? Road trip?
Kung Fu, Lewis!
Kung Fu, bud!
You know, it's amazing that we got 53 snakes into this Miata.
It's amazing that car lot guy thinks we're on a test drive.
And we went with you to make sure the snakes got to Kansas.
And everywhere. We need to ask you two a question.
In unison.
Do you know what it's called when being around a whole bunch of snakes makes you super horny?
Bud, you're driving off a cliff!
But we're in a car with sexy snake women.
Kung Fu, bud!
Kung Fu, Lewis.
'Twas the night before St. Patrick's Day.
'Twas the night before St. Patrick's Day, when all through the bar, meth heads took turns spitting their teeth in a jar. The regulars were hammered from their happy hour drinks. Dunk your wang in green beer, and the fleshy thing shrinks.
The Jello shots were nestled all cold in their freezers to be tossed from parade floats at some dogs and some geezers. And Dave in his green corset and Elaine in her tie were bending the right genders. What the F? They were bi.
When out in the alley, there arose so much noise from teachers making out with some 7th grade boys. Away to the dumpster I charged like a rhino, knocking over a clover girl, green clown, and a wino.
The urine puddled up on the fresh astroturf, making a wet, sticky pillow for a green papa smurf. As I squinted to see through my ripped contact lens, a bishop felt up what I think were green hens.
The Smurf was a leprechaun with green beer in each hand, but holding the beer beat him milking his gland. The rats seemed to know him. Up his pants leg they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Plago, now jaundice, now rickets, cirrhosis, on boilo, on gum's blood, on gout, trichinosis, squeeze into my butt and the sack of my bull. But the rodent infestation caused the green man to fall.
And the vermin did scurry as they fled from the place. A frat boy drew a very fine dick on his face. When the cops arrived, later saying, "What a cute Elfie," as they posed for a dick face leprechaun selfie.
A middle-aged barwoman danced on the table as the bar's entertainment till they paid for their cable. The bartender was filling some condoms with whiskey, but the lube in the rubbers made drinking them risky.
In the morning, the bar drunks made their way to the street, where the stiffening leprechaun was draped in a sheet. The bar's dancing lady gave his dead hair a stroke, not to be friendly, but to snag his last smoke.
In just 30 minutes, the parade would be starting, with left just enough time for dry heaving and sharting. The leprechaun resurrected, surprising the bishop as the frat boy dick artist threw most of his fish up.
There were way too tight clothes and green hats with elastic, and I with my green front butt made out of plastic. We had trouble walking, but pulled crud together and met 20 drunk women whose names were all Heather.
We arrived at the parade before the first float. The leprechaun died again, and he started to bloat. I flashed my wiener, eager for beads, but a beer can showed me how bad a dick bleeds.
I used a clover balloon to stop most of the bleeding. My coke then kicked in, and damn, I was speeding. I said, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." A huge mistake. The only one interested was a tranny named Drake.
I saw an old girlfriend and thought, might as well. I was bloody and coked up and horny as hell. She said unlimited access, including the rear. We went home. I held her hair as she puked up green beer.
Bedtime story for you kids.
Yes. Illustrations coming soon.
That is how we leave you, Puke. There's a lot of puke in that one, huh?
A lot of puke.
A lot of hair holding.
Hair holding. Yeah, I know my St. Patrick's Day parades.
You do.
Speaking of,
Indeed.
is anybody going on Saturday to the big Greenville Avenue St. Patrick's Day parade?
Oh,
Negative.
Never heard of it?
No, I've been in it actually once before.
That
A few
doesn't surprise
times.
me.
Yeah. I never had so many Jello shots thrown my way. It
Yeah.
was a day I don't remember, but it was wonderful from what I hear.
I was on a float so bad it was van and we had one streamer on it, and people would be all cheering as we came down the street, and we got there like, boo!
Hey, I'm impressed. You were actually on a float. I was right in the back of a pickup truck, so that's how we rolled. At least it was a really old pickup truck, so
put some streamers on it. It can count as a float.
yeah.
Okay, I agree.
Something like that.
So I will probably be there on Saturday if anybody wants a generic-looking old dude wearing green.
Or green.
Yes.
Green. Wear green to your green screen rooms. That's the rule.
Yes, it is.
Be sure to.
Whoa! He's like,
This is so scary.
I want clothes. Give me your clothes.
where's your body? Where'd your body go?
He ain't, oh, he ain't got no body.
Floating arms. Floating head.